GM fam, we are live with Value Vibes podcast where we talk about NFTs with your lads, Zircon and myself. The value, the drama, and the vibes. Like what's going on with Degen Factories, Apple News, the portals. Portals are finally up in the show now in Solana. Solana NFT mints and lots of actually a lot of them actually coming up and much more. A lot to talk about. What's up, Zircon? How you doing, man?
Doing just fine, Phil. We have a lot of projects to talk about today. There's a lot of upcoming mints that I'm interested in. We have some things about Asset Dash. We have Soul Buckets launching his own project as well. We're really close to Bodogos, even though they didn't announce anything yet. But I've seen some movement, some purge on their Discord, so they're
Oh,
probably are gonna be doing some movements as well. Um, and also we have to talk about another topic that it's pretty interesting, that it's BTC ordinals. We already mentioned how I already mentioned
right.
how I thought the meme coin situation wasn't gonna last forever, and it was just gonna move forward, and the next big thing I thought was coming was BTC ordinals. I don't know. I just saw the sentiment on Twitter and thought maybe people were starting to move there and move their capitals to buying BTC ordinals. But yeah, there's a lot of things to talk today, and we'll see. We have plenty of things to talk about on the NFT space.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Bitcoin Ordinals because like I just really would I just want to share this site right here. You got Dune.com, you got the Ordinals marketplace right here, and just by looking at this, I mean, look at the volume on Bitcoin. I mean, that's insane, man. Two, holy crap, yeah, they're like, what's that? Is that 2 million? That
Yeah.
that's
To
Yeah, I mean, just seeing that with Ethereum and transactions, but I didn't think that Bitcoin would be doing this at such a fast movement. Even unique users is increasing, and I think unique users just increasing overall with Bitcoin ordinals just coming out. It kind of, it kind of
yeah.
it should be like this because a lot of people just coming into Bitcoin. Maybe eventually this will drop down to where you'll see some normal user gains. So, but just overall, I mean, I'm kind of impressed on how this is doing. And just looking at Bitcoin, going to Crypto Slam, you can see Bitcoin frogs at right here at sales just this high. It's just insane, man. Even above Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club. Uh, dude, man, what do you say with that?
I don't know. I mean, maybe Bitcoin frogs was the big thing that there.
Yeah,
Whenever we have
yeah.
something new,
We have like we have like the okay, so they're powered by soft DZ.io. Uh and it's like software for the future of Bitcoin. And they basically are serving all these things right here. I mean, I guess it's that's one reason.
yeah. Maybe that's one reason. I don't know. I think maybe they just nailed it with being the first. I don't know if the first one, but the first big thing on Bitcoin ordinals. Maybe that's the reason. We're always every single time there's a new blockchain or there's something new going on a blockchain. The first one to actually do it the right way, it's the one that it's gonna just uh, surpass every single of the competitors, and I think maybe the Bitcoin frogs are gonna be there, just gonna hold and be the number one on Bitcoin ordinals right now. I mean, I don't see. I've seen many projects launching on Bitcoin ordinals, but like being a second collection or a part of a collection moving to Bitcoin ordinals, but I haven't seen a really Bitcoin ordinal launch such as this one. These are real PFPable pixel art. We already know how pixel art does. So maybe, yeah, maybe they are gonna be the big thing on Bitcoin ordinals from now on.
Bitcoin surpassed 50% of Ethereum NFTs. You have Bitcoin frogs being sold on the thousands. And Messi.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that Argentina. There you go. That's
That's very
that's
cool.
dude, that's your team. And we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
we just have a lot of different sales happening right here. I mean, these I'm not gonna lie, just like the like, it's almost like it's kind of like not really pixel, but it's got that like very retro look. It looks cool
Yeah,
overall as a retro kind of cool historical thing for Bitcoin NFTs. That's one thing I do like around here.
yeah. Definitely, I think it has potential to be PFPable as well. That's one thing that, in most cases, is the thing that NFT users want. They just want something that it's cool and that they can use as a PFP, and uh, and you can distinguish it from the rest. That's the main thing. I think the NFT user is looking not so much on the utility, brand, and stuff. Those kind of things are good and are really are the things that maybe give the potential of the long-term run for the project. But at the beginning, they just look on the art and if it's PFPable or not. That's not, at least what I think when I'm buying a project that is brand new.
Yeah, and they even went on CoinDesk with this whole article on what's this whole thing's about. Pepe themed beef Bitcoin frogs becomes most traded NFT. Orno's hype. It's just getting a lot of attention around this whole NFT space. So
Yeah,
yeah, interesting stuff. We also have, just going straight to Solana NFTs. We have the Degen factories, which are basically they announced something special, and it's right here. They basically said, "Save the date, Degens! Birth in the Metaverse event is coming soon. We are excited to announce that our event will be held on May 30th with RLTY live starting 5 p.m. Urcon and his team will welcome you in the heart of Degen City for a fun time, but beware, only Degens Web3 are accepted. Good surprises are to be expected. Arena for speakers, Degen Bar or the Alt Gallery. Degen City is the ideal place." And it is basically what they're showing right now. You get the Degen
yeah.
logo in the background. Uh, I mean, what do you say around this thing?
Not the biggest fan, actually. I don't really like when projects build hype around metaverse. I don't think it's such a big deal. I've talked with developers in the past, and they already told me that these kind of things are really, really easy to make. Not that expensive. You can actually buy the libraries and just build it. So whenever I see something of this kind and with this kind of hype, it's like you are overhyping something that it's not such a big deal. Building, I mean, the concept of the metaverse is cool, but actually how projects do it, it's not that cool. It's not that hard to do it, and I've seen those templates on the past, so I'm not that bullish on this thing on Degen Factory. I mean, maybe they can bring something cool and really unique inside of the metaverse, but such as Degen Factory in the metaverse is not such a big deal for me.
Interesting take there. Not bullish in the metaverse and the idea behind here. If there is an idea behind here, uh, Zircon, you definitely threw out some hot peppers out there. So,
Yeah,
so
I mean, it reminds me a little bit like when back on the day when we were kind of new to the Solana ecosystem and projects did staking as something really really cool and something new. And it's like it's not a big deal, guys. I mean, I think even staking it's more expensive than this. But those kind of things are good that you are doing them, but it's not to do some uh crazy announcement about them. That's what I think. I mean, they're good, it's cool, okay, it's okay, but I don't know if it's such a big deal. I mean, it's popping out on Degen News. I don't see how this is big news for Degen Factory actually, but maybe I'm wrong.
well, there's a crazy surprise to be revealed during the event. So I'm gonna stay tuned on that. I'm gonna watch what this surprise is going to be. And I don't even want, what's the floor price on Degens? I remember they were like I think they reached like at 40 Solana at one point, and then they dropped down to like 17 Solana. So I'm kind of curious on what the floor price is, if they held it, if they held it there. So um like we could take a look at that later on. And
Yeah.
overall, just another interesting type of news that's coming out from Degen Factors, and see how that holds out for the future. We'll be back with them on what they're going to be doing. And next thing we have right now is actually a couple of things. We have Apple that just announced that they have made a acceptance to Axie Infinity. This is one game, Zircon. I believe you were a fan of back in the day when.
Not a fan. I did make money out of it. I really that it, I actually it was the starting point for me on crypto investing. I invested on a few play to earn games before X Infinity, and I think I made like 1K USD out of play to earn games, and I invested all on X Infinity. I got my money back, or almost all of my money back. And it was, I mean, for what we had back in the day, it was one of the best games. It was actually playable, and it was, I mean, not the biggest fan of card games, of trading card games, but if you like the trading card games, it was cool. I mean, it was it could be a fun game. Most of the people are just haters that said that it wasn't fun. If you don't like trading card games, it's not gonna be fun at all. But it's like if you don't like shooters and you go to play Call of Duty, I mean, you're not gonna like it. But I like it. That was my starting point on crypto investments. So I really hold to Axie Infinity, and I really like that they are improving, even though they went down like 90% on the actual tokens on SLP and I think it's AXS, the other token. And I think this is really good for play to earn games as a whole. I mean, we're talking about Axie Infinity is a starting point of Apple starting to work out with more play to earn games. Maybe we have Illuvium, maybe we have big time on the short run. And after this starting point, maybe with the next bull market, we'll be seeing some good games and actually some enjoyable games popping off after this.
Yeah, the one thing that was kind of controversial here was when Apple basically said that they were going to take 30% of the cut with this. And you can even read it here where it says Apple's App
Yeah,
Store rules may have stifled adoption of some blockchain enabled applications as the company has restricted how and where digital assets like NFTs can be purchased using its devices or demanded a 30% cut of in-app sales. So
yeah,
Epic Games, they took them to court. I think I don't. I think did they lose? I believe they lost to protest, or maybe it's still going on. But I thought I heard that they lost or something. But just overall, I mean, this is a step to maybe the I don't know. I don't want to say the right direction, but it's a step. It's a step that where you have Apple finally,
yeah,
in with NFTs, and I'm curious to see how you can buy NFTs in Axie Infinity in Apple. That's
yeah.
that's gonna be I don't know how that's gonna work out with that company. So
Yeah, I actually don't know how they're gonna, because I mean this thing of Apple getting up to 30%, it's already known. I mean, if you're a an app developer, you have to give Apple some royalties if you wanna be on the App Store. So it's not something new that they are just doing it with NFTs. But I don't know how they're gonna do it, because we're talking about unless Apple takes some sort of, let's say, the transactions, they know which transactions were made on the App Store, and then they say to the company, to how is it, to Sky Mavis, like, hey, your users spend this, we have to get this amount of money. I don't know how they are going to do it, because you can just do it through the blockchain and not do it through the actual app on the phone.
right.
So I don't know how they're gonna just to take their royalties or their fees.
Yeah. We'll see how that plays. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna download Axie Infinity and play on Apple. I'll let you know if I'm getting robbed of my playtime. So we'll find out. But we also have other interesting news that basically came out. King Coin, they joined another type of product, which basically seems we are so excited to launch the first in-house utility product for King, Raid Bull. As promised earlier, create raids with King or become a raider and earn King. So
Yeah,
kudos to the doc team for this. They're still making noise, man.
yeah.
They're still making noise.
I'm laughing because I already knew this because a friend of mine is a Duck Vegas holder, and they implement the first project that implemented was Duck Vegas, of course, because Gonzo is the founder of King. uh I don't wanna hit them because they are just beginning with this, but he told me how much they are paying. They're paying like 5 cents per raid. It's, I mean, no one is gonna raid for that amount. So they're giving like 500 king for per raid, and you need like 5,000 to, I mean, you have to do like 10 raids to actually get a payment, and the payment is gonna be like 50 cents. So I mean, I don't know how or why could someone do these rates, but maybe they're just beginning and they're gonna improve and get better payments on the future. But as the starting point, I thought it was gonna be a little bit higher, the payment.
Yeah. Eh, just overall, I mean, we had this whole meme coin season that basically just happened, and I gotta give them props that they're still out here making noise. They're
Yeah,
still around. They're still on Twitter, and they've made it this far. So it looks like they're really here to stay to figure things out with their own ecosystem. So we'll definitely see what happens there with King and this raid. So we'll see. Now, I think it's time we should talk about NFT mints. What do you say? The
yeah,
next
we could
upcoming NFT
go
mints,
for sure.
dude. Dude, there's like a couple of them. I haven't even actually seen, and I think it's good for us just to review it, just together and see how it actually looks like. You know, first view. First one is
Yeah,
B Joe. B Joe NFT. It's a community for everyone, and it's called Bijo, the journey has begun. Here it is. You got 27 mutual following, 8,835 followings. From bad to worse, they got some little anime going on in the back, comic book anime
yeah.
style. Uh Stakes raised even higher. They have a chapter 2 going on here. So it looks like it's got like a little lore happening around this project. Just by
Yeah,
this, first looks, what would you say?
I like it. I like that it's different. I haven't seen, like, maybe I've seen it on the past. I'm not quite sure, but at least on the last like 4 months, I haven't seen anything done like this. So I like it. I wanna. What's my main concern is whenever I see this kind of things is how they're gonna pull the NFT. That's the thing that I don't know how to, if I'm bullish or not on these kind of projects, because the art is cool, but I want to see the NFT. The NFT is the most important aspect on the project. So the art is cool. I like it. I like the concept, but I want to see the NFT. I want to see how they make, they if they actually make something that is cool, unique, and comic based on an NFT, they can make it work, and I'm gonna be definitely bullish on it.
Now, though, what they did say is that the description is it's a crossroads of storytelling, art, development, and culture and experiences. Supposedly, the person behind this is well known.
Mm,
So I don't know what that means, but that is basically the small gimmicks of what I've read. So something to look towards, I guess, to see.
sure.
So the only thing is like they have this like ratio of like 3,000
Mm,
retweets, 3,000 likes. I feel like it's fake in a way.
yeah, it's kind of about
I
it.
don't,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I mean that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. But I mean other than that, it's definitely on the lookout for this one. So I would say for me a probably a 6.8 out of 10 as a beginning, as a
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah, yeah. Like a seven,
So
like a seven for a starting point. Seems fair.
yeah, that's basically it. So we have another project called Get Gut NFTs. This project basically is a little bit different. You could just tell the art is
Yeah,
completely dark. I guess I don't know, but
yeah,
they have mutual following right now is 7 or 8,
yeah.
3,244. They got a website as well. They got some art in the background, and A little bit of a description of what I have so far is that, let's see right here. Shaboom, shaboom. Okay. Introducing the trailblazing NFT PFP. Revolutionize the digital gaming and trading landscape. Is not just an NFT, it's a badge of honor. So that is the main concept, I guess, from what we're looking at here. What do you say just on that, just by looking at this?
It's really difficult to just make a statement because we don't have much to talk about. The art, I don't know. It seems like I've seen projects doing I need something else. But it looks like average. I don't want to hit them, but it seems like average.
Well, um, we have some eyes. So I think it's, yeah, I do need to look at what the actual detail is around
Yeah,
here. I know what you're saying. But it does look kind of cool with this yellowish eye. So I feel like something is gonna come out good at this one, but we still have to see and find out. Overall, I think I'll rate it a 7 out of 10. What do you
yeah.
say?
Yeah, I would go a little bit lower just because I don't have. I need more info. So they will start on a 5, and they can definitely improve it if I have more clues. But we
I
don't have.
like it.
Yeah, we don't have much. The mutuals are not the best, and again, they have 3K followers and 2K likes on the post. So
You you know how screwed up my ratings are? I just rated this a 7 out of 10, and barely shows us thing. And at the other one, I rated a 6.8 out of 10.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I kind of just realized that, but I don't know.
It is what
I
it
got
is.
a good feeling. I got a
Yeah,
good feeling. So now we have another one that's basically also in the looks around. We kind of talked about this before, but it's finally coming back around. It's sneaking its way into Solana again with a couple of maybe a SEO Twitter tags, so it's popping out left and right on Twitter. People are seeing it again. It's called the Sandbar, made
yeah.
from the one and only yeah, how did
Soul
I
buckets.
Soul Buckets. So right now, dude, man, look at this. Mutual following is at
Yeah, it's insane.
118. 118, man. 12K followers. I mean, when I just said that to you, you already said it like that's freaking insane.
Yeah,
Uh, so if I click here, you'll probably see every Solana DJ name out there. This guy networked with
yeah.
every freaking body in Solana. He knows everybody. So we already know that this definitely is going to be probably minted from everybody. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what do we have as an update? The tide is rising due to overwhelming interest in our initial release of the Sandbar platform. We have decided to merge both phase 1 and 2 NFTs into one larger collection. The new collection will feature 7,500 unique PFPs designed by Arctic Cood. In addition, we have switched over our whitelist process to Subber to better maintain and organize the wallets. So, what we have so far with this is a small snip of this actual NFT art, I guess, right here. Do you think that's it?
No, no, I don't think so. I think that's just giving some spice to it, but I don't think it's gonna be that short. I mean, what I don't know how to feel. I mean, I don't want to be bearish because it's so buckets, but I didn't like that he started with 2.5 k on the supply, and he went like 3 times the supply. I mean, we already know that the good collections usually are big size, but I don't know. I mean, he said we're gonna go with a small collection, and now he tripled the size of it. But I think it's gonna do well. I mean, we're talking about sub buckets. Maybe he decided that he wanted to just get more people in the community, and that's the main reason. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, he's been building for the longest time. I think we talked about this project
Yeah.
like early 2023 or even late 2022. I'm not quite sure, but we've been talking about this project for a really, really long time. So it's not like he decided from one day to the other that, okay, I'm gonna just I want to get more money. No, I don't think so. So he must have uh, a reason to go for 7.5K supply.
Yeah, and I think it's because of the demand that's really behind this thing. It was like, why not increase it if there's so much demand for this project?
Yeah,
Because all I see right now is that this is the next big upcoming project. There's like no other
for
project
sure.
out there that's kind of compared to this, except Bodogos.
Yeah,
So if I were comparing to like which NFTs is going to be the next big NFT mint, Bodogos and Sandbar, those two
yeah.
ones. I don't see anything else. I don't know if you agree with me there.
Yeah, yeah. Those are the big competitors right now. I think one or two steps below we have Asset Dash with the Vantamin that is
Oh,
coming in like a week. But again, I don't know if it's the best time to drop the collection. I mean, they're going for I think a 10K collection, or yeah, again, a big size collection for like 5.5 soul on the mint price. So I don't know. It seems like the market is not there for that much volume just for the mint. I mean, we always talk about how projects need fundraising and everything, but if you start going under the mint price, it's already tricky to go from there. And when you go for a 10K collection and 5.5 mint price, it's most likely that that's going to happen because there's not such a big volume of Solana right now to support such a big mint and then to make a rally on the secondary market.
interesting, man. Uh, just I guess just to describe what Asset Dash is like. Vanta holds will be at the top of the Asset Dash ecosystem as we grow to millions of members and release new innovative features. After the mint, the only path to Vanta tier renewal will be through purchasing a Vanta NFT on secondary marketplace. Asset has become a premier platform to engage with crypto natives across the globe, creating leverage for our brand and community. Vanta Holds will be the main beneficiary of this leverage. Protocols NFTs application, DeFi platforms look to utilize Asset Dash to grow their brand. That is
Yeah.
basically the main point of this. As a team, we contemplate the untapped potential of membership utility NFT that could have been crafted, like Netflix, yada yada yada. And overall, I mean, boom, that's it. So interesting stuff around here. I mean, am I gonna mint this? If I do have a whitelist, then I think I am for Asset Dash. But just like what you said, I think it depends on the market. Oh my god, we got we got the disruptor here who the perfect timing on what's happening right now. So Soul Investor, how's it going? And welcome.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. Sorry I'm late. Just got caught up at work. But, dude, I've been looking at this project as well. I don't know how I feel about it, to be perfectly honest. Look, let me put it this way. Should this be a 10K supply? Yes. Can it mint for 5.5 Sol? Sure. Right? They have a working product out there, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But for me, it's more of a question of the daily volume currently sitting at 60,000 Sol. These guys are basically trying to raise 55,000 Sol. And
Nobody's gonna buy a secondary. That's the thing.
yeah, that's
Everyone
my
is gonna
problem with
mint.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just Sir kind of said like almost like exactly what you were saying. So, you guys are
Yeah.
ingredients in that. I'm definitely gonna look and wait and see how it plays. But I am looking to mint it. But
Mhm.
I'm taking your guys's
Yeah.
look at this and going to see if I'm really going to do it or not. But I mean, it does look pretty cool. But we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
the platform is great. I mean, the only thing, I mean, it's nothing wrong with Asset Dash. It's just the market. I mean, If
Mhm.
you tell me what to, if you ask me what I'm gonna do, probably I'm not even gonna buy it on secondary. But if I had to choose between minting and buying it on secondary, I probably wait because it's gonna probably drop under 4, just because of the market right now. I mean, it's they don't we don't have the liquidity enough to sold out the project and then buy it on secondary. It's not gonna happen. We've seen it with the
Oh,
last I don't know 4 projects.
so quickly, just yes or no? Would you mint it for Solana?
No,
No, not
3,
even 3.
3. I'm
Maybe
2.
interested.
2.5.
2. If it's 2, it's 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
100% yes for me. 3,
2
I'll
or
think about it.
2.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with Zircon. But I will say
Yeah.
Okay.
that, look, if you have whitelist for
Two.
this and you have the extra 5.5 soul, go for it. It could just
Yeah.
go above mint quite easily if a lot of whales in the space who are sitting on that extra liquidity flood into the market. It could easily, maybe even hit 10 soul. But you're taking that risk that the whales in the space are willing to sweep this off secondary.
Yeah.
So mint it if you have the extra Solana, mint it if you have the whitelist. If you're tight on Solana, from a risk to return standpoint, might not be the best move.
Yeah.
That's how I put it.
If you like Asset Dash and you want to be a premium holder, I mean, I don't see it as a bad move. But if you are like us, a trader, and just gonna flip it, I wouldn't go for it. If you like the Asset Dash and the things that they already built on their app, I don't see why wouldn't you mint it, because I mean that's the thing. You can buy the secondary. That's even if you like Acid Dash and Banta, you probably can buy it for cheaper on secondary.
I like
Well,
Bijo. I saw you guys
oh,
looking at it
BJ.
earlier.
Yeah, we were looking at it earlier. Just again, like I was talking to Zircon, and Zircon said his part, and I was looking to the right, and I was talking like about Asset Dash, like like why not? Then I look to the left, and all I see is like just like your face, like just like you pop out, and I'm like, oh my god, like here comes hell. And, but that was funny. It was just out of nowhere, a big surprise. So since you're here, let's go quickly with Bijo again, just on your view of it. Quick second, boom, Bijo, right here.
Okay, so first of all, I'm whitelist for this project, so I couldn't be happier. Managed to get it from the Power Grinders Discord, so shout out to those guys. I like what they've done so far. I like the sort of artwork. If I'm not wrong, the founders of this project are also from Dead King Society. Now, Dead King Society
okay.
hasn't yet, yeah, they haven't yet, okay, so when you look at stuff like Boogers and Enigma and whatever, right? Like you have a ton of project founders there. I don't believe Dead King Society has had a successful mint from their community, and they have literally, I would say, in my opinion, the second best community in the one-on-one space. I think they lie just under Boogers, and they're a much cheaper entry. So, I do think that a project's going to come out of them that's going to be incredible, and this one might just be the one. So they did create some sort of bot that I saw earlier today. A lot of people are praising it. I haven't had the chance to fully research it or test it. But look, if you don't have whitelist, try to get whitelist for this project. Anything can happen in the next few weeks. This could either turn into one of the most bullish projects or maybe not. But either way, it's worth chasing that whitelist.
Interesting stake from Soul Investor on this project. We'll see how it does. We did talk about a little bit like on the next hype mints. Zircon and me kind of agreed that the two big mints that we think are next are Bodogos and Sandbar. And with these two, it looks like Soul Investor. I don't know if you agree with us, but those basically those two are the main ones. I think you just got a phone call.
Yeah, my bad. I should put this on silent. Yeah. Bodegas definitely. Okay. The ones I'm looking at is I don't know about Sandbar. I'm not convinced. I wouldn't look at this as the next hyped upcoming project. Uh, the ones that I would look at is Bodogo's Monkey.
Oh yeah,
I think
Oh, I forgot about
Blocksmith Labs is releasing a collection. The name is slipping from me.
Migos.
Migos,
Yeah.
that's another one. And Nekos by DJ Coinflip. I think there are a couple of other ones that I think could do something, Bijo, Kami, etc. But those ones are sort of tied to already established figures in the space or projects in the space.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I'm convinced of Sandbar.
Really?
I'm gonna have to kind of throw it out there. It's just, you said how they're established. I think Soul Buckets is established, and I think he's been established for a while in Solana.
Yeah, but aren't they trying to create some sort of job market? Some sort of LinkedIn for the Web3 space?
That's a good point. That's definitely a good point, because that's a very hard market to disrupt, especially if you're in Solana. But I'm just viewing it as basically what it has right now, with how much connections they have, how much hype they have, and just by looking at what example of the art, that's it. As far as what their product is, I still don't know, but I'm just convinced at that part.
That's fair. That's fair. If they are building basically a LinkedIn of Web3, that's already been tried and tested and failed. So we had Soulful try to do it, that didn't work. We had Busy Boars trying to do it, that didn't work. If they're going down that direction, I'm not confident in this. If they're building something else entirely, then I think it's worth a second look.
Yeah, good points out there. Good points. So overall, I mean, that's basically, we pretty much ran down on everything that is going on Solana. Degen Factories, Zircon really just threw out some hot peppers over there. We'll see how that plays out in Twitter. We had Apple news, we had Ornos Market, and we had Soul Investor coming in, throwing out some gems on Bijo, and a little bit of a spice on Asset Dash. So an interesting day today on everything that has happened on Solana NFTs. Soul Investor, do you have any other things that you want to just bring up? Last topic.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about some alpha, because okay, so I made a tweet like 2, maybe 3 days ago saying that I can, I'm seeing I can see volume start to rotate back into the space. I believe volume was at like 40K. Right now, volume sitting at like 60K. So, with that volume coming back in, yeah, I was it 2 or 3 days ago? On the 15th. Yep. So 3 days ago. Yep.
I suspect the rotation of volume back into an NFT space. Several bottom signals are in. Solid project currently sitting at 50% below fair value. Twitter sentiment is at an all-time low, with many posting volume stats. Meme coin season is coming to an end.
Wait, you like the comment, but you wouldn't like my post?
Yep.
What
we buying?
Yeah, he's like, what are we buying?
Straight for real. I just
well, that's more valuable than my post.
The what we buy is, I'm sorry, I'm a Solana Degen. I'm a Solana Degen. I just literally my same thoughts. Okay,
yeah,
all right, just for you. There you go. Yeah,
it's too late. It's too late.
Okay,
right?
I'll take it back.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at a few projects. So we're seeing Bitcoin ordinals. What are you doing?
I like that comment too. It's the same thing. What are your bets?
This keeps going from
What
bad
are
to
your
worse.
bets?
Yeah, now people are going to start fading my tweets and just liking the comments. uh, sure. Why not? Oh man. Yeah, no, I was seeing Bitcoin ordinals pop off. I think you guys might have spoken about that earlier. Uh,
Yeah.
it's interesting
We
because
did.
this rotation of liquidity is fascinating. Before we used to see uh, ETH projects do really well, and then the volume would sort of flow into Solana, not necessarily from ETH, but it's sort of like just following the trend. Now I wonder if it's sort of switching up. We'll see Bitcoin go up, maybe Ethereum, and then Solana. It should be interesting. But either way, Solana volume is climbing, so that's great to see. A couple of projects I'm looking at is, okay, I've said this 1,000 times. My bags are stacked. I swept up a couple of Alpha Pharaohs. Their phase two is already ready. Their task to earn is already been tested by the whales. I think when people see how much revenue they can generate from that, and I believe they already signed up like 3,600 projects, which is insane.
You saw that.
That is a lot. So I think they're going to do really, really well. They're currently my number one bet, just for that upside potential. Uh, Other projects I'm looking at the moment is I'm actually looking at Solana monkey business. With monkeys coming
Oh,
out soon, yeah, with monkeys coming out soon, dude, I think they're gonna rip, but I'm waiting for like a solid dip on them. That's really what I'm looking for. I
yeah.
think you
Let
can
me
find
let
it.
me see if let me see if I can find Solana Monkey business around here somewhere. Uh,
I think you're gonna have to
yeah.
search it. Oh, there it is. Yep, it's sitting at 170. I'm probably not a buyer at 170. I would probably pick some up at the low 100s. If we do have some sort of market crash, this goes below 100, I think it's a no-brainer. All right. Uh, I don't think, considering they're at 170 right now, all right, if they hit 100 due to some sort of market crash or something like that, man, that's going to be a buying opportunity of a lifetime, similar to maybe D gods at 100. So that's one I'm closely watching. Another one is obviously Mad Labs. I'm going to be keeping my eye on the announcements. I haven't really done too much research since the drop, so just trying to see how price action plays with this one. Might pick up one or two of these. Planosaurus as well. So my whole theory is that we're going to have these are the sort of two projects that have the potential to hit 100 soul. And I think it's all about just making the right bet on which one's going to do it first. So watching those two projects closely. If you want more of a long-term hold up to Q3, Q4 with a potentially cheaper entry, I'm looking at Blocksmith Labs. So, with the new collection coming out, I think Blocksmith Labs can do well. Waiting for that to maybe hit 40 soul, if sort of the low 40s. If the market crashes, they're definitely going to go sub 40. So just keep that in mind and, play accordingly with this one. I think you can do really, really well regardless. So those are sort of what the four projects. And another one that I'm starting to DCA back into again, sub one soul, is Cosmic Cape Crusaders. John's been really, really active in the Discord chat, just giving us a couple of leaks, not really leaking any content per se, but just speaking to us about the vision of the project and asking sort of the people who have been around for a while, what are our opinions? Mind you, we traded this one sort of Q1, Q2 earlier this year. And I think there were two times where we did a 2x of this one. And, I think everyone here is holding a few of these for free if you follow those calls. So calling it again, sub one soul, you're probably going to end up holding it until Q4. So keep that in mind. But if you want to invest into a project that has an incredibly strong founder and who's been working on something for the past maybe 10 months, I think this is the project. So I've always said I think this is my Kikiverse. For those of you who don't know, Phil made a massive bag of Kikiverse, buying it at like
Yeah.
0.5 Sol. I think you bought like 100 or 200 of them, and you sold them all at like 0. Sorry, you sold them all at like 45 Sol. So, I think this is my big play, and I'll be picking a lot of these up sub 1 Sol. I'm looking to stack up maybe 100 of them, but we'll see. So yeah, those are my plays. That's what I'm looking at.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely enjoy that. On all of that, you had Cosmic Ape Crusaders, Claynosaurus. You had what was the other project? Mad Lads and Solana Monkey Business, all with interesting things that will be upcoming. And for sure, I mean, I definitely like these projects. They're definitely projects that have shown their true tests, and I am sure they're going to be building more in the future. So overall, that is everything we have for today's show. I think Zircon just left, so on behalf of him, much love. And make sure you comment below on anything you guys want us to talk about. Mint that like button. We go live Tuesdays and Thursdays around the same time frame. We'll be live again, and we'll be talking to projects in the future as well. So much love and peace.